Hello and welcome to Football Daily, where today we're looking at 10 things about the modern game which really piss us off. 10. Goal music. Is there anything worse than the terrible music clubs play when one of their idiot players manages to scuff in a goal? Chelsea, Juventus and Celtic have all previously treated fans to Chelsea Dagger, while Werder Bremen inexplicably use a foghorn followed by the musical abomination that is 500 miles by the Proclaimers. German fans seem to love this nonsense, with Bayern Munich blasting out Seven Nation Army at 1,000,000 decibels after every goal. But for sheer shitness, they may have been overtaken by French champions PSG, who play Uptown Funk, which gets a bit grating when you score 102 league goals, as they did in 2015-16. The sooner this ends, the better, because if we see Alan Pardew dance to Glad All Over one more time, we're going to burn Selhurst Park to the ground. 9. FIFA. No, not the game, though connection speeds are a disgrace online, but the organisation, which was created in order to regulate the international game. However, FIFA rapidly became a den of corruption and theft by a bunch of money-grubbing arseholes. Over the years, FIFA employees have sold tickets on at a profit, taken cash for contracts, rigged voting on the location of the World Cup, and overlooked human rights violations around the globe. The former president, Sepp Blatter, said that if women's football wanted to become more popular, the players should wear tighter shorts, and some officials even accepted prostitutes as payment to fix a match. Blatter and Platini are now gone, but new president Gianni Infantino has also been implicated in previous scandals, thanks to the Panama Papers leaks. Some things never change, eh? 8. Transfer fees. We all get excited about big money signings, and understandably so. We associate a high price with high quality. Fans used to praise their club for finding bargains, but now money is all that matters, and as a result the transfer market has become absolutely absurd, especially in the Premier League. Since 1992, there has been an 11-fold increase in the average cost of a PL player, and since 2011-12, the price of a top-flight footballer has doubled. In the summer of 2016, English clubs spent more than £1 billion, while 30-year-old Hulk went for £46 million, more than Mesut Ozil and Gianluigi Buffon. 5 years ago, £38 million got you Sergio Aguero. Today, it gets you half of Gonzalo Higuain. Surely we could spend this money better. 7. Agents. Does anyone actually care about agents? You'd imagine that they were the stars, what with Mino Raiola and Jorge Mendes routinely showing up in the tabloids. Mendes now has a reported net worth of over $72 million, in addition to the private island Cristiano Ronaldo gave him as a wedding present. And some agents don't seem to care how their public statements affect their clients. In 2014, Yaya Toure became a figure of ridicule when his rep Dimitri Seluk complained that Man City had not celebrated the Ivorian's birthday. In 2016, Seluk got into a slanging match with City boss Pep Guardiola, saying he wins a few games and he thinks he is king. Add to this Raiola's £20 million payoff in the Paul Pogba deal, and you'd be forgiven for wanting to punt these smug twats into the sea. 6. Referees. Yes, referees have a tough job, but they do seem to get worse year after year. As the game has become faster and more end-to-end, refs have struggled to keep up, and their assistants seem unable to help them out. Gone are the days of respected officials like Pierluigi Collina, who understood when to lay down the law and when to allow the game to flow. Instead, we now have refs who never play the advantage, who think touching the keeper is a foul, and of course, Mike Dean, a weapons-grade dickhead who always wants to be the centre of attention. Replays would certainly help, as would clarification of some of the game's rules. Does anyone know what constitutes a handball anymore? But maybe referee training could do with a revamp. 5. International breaks. Your team has just started to gather some momentum with a couple of wins on the bounce and key players getting back from injury. And then you look at the fixture list and realise it's 2 weeks until the next league game. By the time that rolls around, you've had the most boring weekend of your life, and half your team's players are crocked. Qualifiers have to be played, we know that, but while the FA likes to boast about getting 56,000 people at Wembley for a game against San Marino, they don't seem to realise that international breaks are so boring that we'd watch a ball slowly deflating in a puddle if it was live on Sky Sports. 4. Half and half scarves. There may be nothing football fans hate more than half and half scarves. sold outside stadiums by opportunistic con men, buying one of these marks you out immediately as a plastic fan who knows nothing about the sport. In fact, half and half scarves have been banned by Chelsea, though only because they infringed Chelsea's name and logo trademarks. But they have been outlawed in football pubs from Manchester to London, while Facebook and Twitter have accounts dedicated to shaming people wearing them. But, believe it or not, there is something worse than the half and half scarf: the half and half shirt. Disgraceful. 3. Ticket prices. Remember those crazy transfer fees we were talking about? Here's the perfect use for all that extra money. Clubs enrage their fans with huge prices for tickets, with Arsenal fans organising multiple protests each season and Liverpool supporters staging a walkout in February 2016. In the 2015-16 season, a seat at the Emirates could cost as much as £97 or £2,013 for a season ticket. Meanwhile, West Ham had the costliest away tickets, topping out at £85 each. As a result, Premier League clubs eventually agreed to cap away tickets at £30, though they rejected the £20 figure the Supporters Federation suggested. Meanwhile, in Europe, you can get a season ticket at Dortmund for £100, Barcelona for £103, and Bayern Munich for as little as £67. Bargain. 2. Diving. Anything that brings quality players like Sergio Busquets down to the level of Ashley Young can only be a bad thing. And we're not talking about exaggerating a genuine foul here. We mean players falling to the ground like they've been shot in the head if anyone touches them. Gareth Bale, Cristiano Ronaldo, Arjen Robben, Neymar, the list of phenomenal players who waste time rolling around on the floor screaming is endless. And no one enjoys this. It's boring to watch referees talking to their assistants, trying to figure out what happened. And football should be won by skill, not by cheating to get an opponent sent off. If you're a 6-foot-tall adult and you're pretending someone hit you, you're a pussy. Diving is the worst. 1. Racism. Actually, diving isn't the worst. It is an embarrassment to football that racism is still an issue in the game. Obviously, this isn't always the sport's fault. It's played in every country, and a lot of countries have racism problems. But racism at football matches isn't even surprising anymore. Monkey chants are still heard regularly in Spain, Italy and Russia, while Dani Alves has even had a banana thrown at him during a game. Pundits like Ron Atkinson and managers like Malky Mackay have been caught using disgusting language, with some organisations and colleagues even defending them. Sexism, homophobia and racism are a blight on the game, and fans should celebrate teams in which all ethnicities are represented. And if kids grow up idolising players of all races, then maybe racism can become nothing more than a bad memory.
So those are 10 things we hate about modern day football, but what don't you like? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, click right here for loads more great content and down there to subscribe. And as always guys, we'll catch you later.